If you're loving this podcast, be sure to check out the full lineup. From news and local politics to sports and true crime. Find your next great listen right now at duluthnewstribune.com/podcasts. That's duluthnewstribune.com/podcasts.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Wednesday, September 13th. I'm Wyatt Buckner through Duluth News Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union's services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. Duluth City Councilors voted 8-0 Monday in support of the police department's plan to purchase an armored Bearcat rescue vehicle for more than $377,000. While 2nd District Councilor Mike Mayo expressed concern, he said local police leadership largely allayed those fears through a public outreach effort prior to requesting to purchase the vehicle. Duluth Police Chief Mike Sanoa pledged to consult with community members as the department puts together a policy governing when and where the armored vehicle may be deployed. He assured councilors that a policy would be adopted well before officers take delivery of the machine. Sanoa explained that Lenco Industries Incorporated anticipates the build-out will take a year to complete. The purchase will come from a previously approved police budget, as the department will finish the year with surplus funds due to several positions that have gone unfilled. The vehicle features a patented roof hatch system which can be rapidly secured for bulletproof protection. It also comes with proprietary skip-round shields designed to protect people seeking shelter behind the vehicle from rounds fired below its chassis. The department does not currently have an armored vehicle and has called on the Superior Police Department for assistance in dangerous emergency situations. A former Superior Gymnastics coach pleaded guilty Tuesday to a pair of child sexual assault charges in St. Louis County, the third jurisdiction in which he has now been convicted. George Francis Deppa, 50, entered Norgard pleas to felony second-degree and gross misdemeanor fifth-degree criminal sexual conduct in separate cases. In entering the pleas, Deppa asserted that he was unable to recall the specific circumstances of the offenses due to intoxication or amnesia, but acknowledged there would be proof beyond a reasonable doubt if the cases proceeded to trial. Deppa, formerly a coach at Twin Ports Gymnastics, previously pleaded guilty to a federal child pornography charge in U.S. District Court in Minnesota and 2 child sexual assault cases in Douglas County. Authorities have identified a total of 5 victims. Under the terms of a global plea agreement reached in June, Deppa is expected to eventually face a total of 20 to 25 years in prison. Under questioning Tuesday from Assistant St. Louis County Attorney John Holitz, the defendant did not dispute an allegation that he provided sleep drug Ambien to a girl when she was 13 or 14 years old. Another case against Deppa, alleging 2 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, was dismissed as the conduct was already covered by his federal plea. Deppa's sentence in Minnesota will have little practical effect, though, as any time will run concurrent to lengthier sentences to be handed down by the federal and Wisconsin judges. The global agreement stipulates that prosecutors in both jurisdictions will seek no more than 25 years in prison, while defense attorneys will argue for no less than 20 years. Deppa will be sentenced in federal court in St. Paul on November 15th, in St. Louis County on December 14th, and in Douglas County on December 20th. The U.S. Department of Defense awarded $20.6 million to boost a nickel mining company's exploration activities in northern Minnesota and Michigan's Upper Peninsula. It's the Biden administration's second grant to the company. Recipient Talon Metals, which has proposed an underground nickel mine near Tamarack in Aitkin County, said additional exploration plans along the Mid-Continent Rift's 11-mile-long Tamarack intrusive complex in Minnesota are largely set, and most of the newly announced funds will go toward its nickel exploration program in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, according to Todd Mallon, Talon's Chief External Affairs Officer and Head of Climate Strategy. The company is ramping up exploration near Big Bay, Michigan's Eagle Mine, which is the country's only operating nickel mine but has a mine life expected to end in 2026. Talon said the funding will help ensure the U.S. is not dependent on Russia, China, or Chinese companies operating in countries like Indonesia. In Minnesota, Talon's proposed underground nickel mine only accounts for a small section of the Mid-Continent Rift's Tamarack Intrusive Complex as of now, but the company expects to explore more of the 11-mile complex. The Mid-Continent Rift formed 1.1 billion years ago when North America tried to pull itself apart, sending magma up and leaving behind deposits of copper, nickel, and other metals in areas like Minnesota's Duluth Complex and Tamarack Intrusion. In the Lake Superior region, it forms a bowl with northeastern Minnesota on one side, Michigan's Upper Peninsula on the other side, and the lake in the middle. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by Superior Telegram's history podcast, Archive Dive.
Forecast for the Duluth area, widespread early morning fog, then turning mostly sunny. High temperature right around 60 degrees, a few degrees warmer away from the lake. North wind around 5, turning south later in the day. For tonight, clear, not as chilly. Overnight low in the low to mid 40s, and then increasing clouds on Thursday with a high in the 70s. Scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms developing for Thursday night and Friday. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler.
Thank you to Archive Dive for their support. The monthly history podcast, hosted by Superior Telegram reporter Maria Lockwood, dips into the archives of historic events, people, and places around Superior and Douglas County. You can find the latest episode of Archive Dive at superiortelegram.com or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by Peter Passy, Tom Olson, and Jimmy Lovren. Thank you for listening to the Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.